Let's go to our third view. I will edit this view and link the third preset to it. Now I will make the third preset active in my visual settings. Please be reminded, just because I am going through one tab in every preset does not mean I cannot edit other tabs in that preset. I am doing this for you to understand each tab better. I can change settings in all tabs for every individual preset. Alright, our third tab is the Atmosphere tab. This means the overall ambience. It includes fog, illumination, and wind settings. Fog also has to do with depth, naturally. With low intensity of fog, objects far away might be defined by a smaller scale. But with high intensity, fog will directly affect visibility. Far away objects will become less visible. The height positions the horizontal spread of fog on the vertical axis. For example, if you have a view with water, you might want to position the height as low as the water level itself. If you have a view with hills or mountains, you might position the fog higher, on top of the mountains. The same way, this view might look good when the fog is close to the ground. I will adjust the intensity a bit. Looks quite good! Awesome! I will reset the fog using the reset button and move towards illumination settings. The illumination settings are quite easy to understand. Let me show you. The sun brightness controls overall brightness and contrast of the sun. Please don't mix these settings with the exposure or daytime. These are sliders for overalls. The same applies to night sky brightness. You can adjust the brightness and contrast of the moon and the stars. By the way, there is a crazy option to control the size and the position of the moon as well. I mean, damn! I will show it to you when we reach the Sky tab. Shadow sharpness affects how the shadows projected by the sun and the moon blend in with the surfaces they are projected on. Here's an example. Do you see this shadow? This shows a gradient on the shadow edges from dark, where there is full shadow, to light, where the shadow doesn't exist anymore. When I increase the sharpness, that transition or gradient becomes smaller. The blur between the two light conditions becomes sharper. And now when I bring the slider to 100%, the sharpness becomes distinct and you can see the exact sharp shadow line, depicting very strong illumination. The artificial light brightness adjusts the overall brightness for artificial lights. This is very useful if you want to control the overall impact of these lights. You can control the strength of individual lights through the settings for each of these lights, but here it's more about an atmospheric control helping you achieve a specific light setting. Then we have the ambient lighting. This impacts the brightness indoors during daytime. It compensates for multi-bounce settings and changes the ambience indoors. Here's a comparison. We all know that a few essentials are animated in Enscape. These are the grass, trees, and water. Before we move on, let me give you a quick tip. If you go to the General Settings window in your Enscape toolbar, on the CAD side, under the Rendering tab, right on the bottom, there is a checkbox called Rest Mode. When this is checked, you only see animation while you are moving inside the Enscape viewport. The animation is paused as soon as you stop moving. This improves the quality of your performance experience. I mean, in a case where your machine sucks. However, if you have a lot of video creation involved in your projects, you don't need to check the rest mode all the time. Keep the wind on for a while and see how it impacts your understanding of the context. I mostly keep my animation on when creating videos. If you are exporting videos where wind is visible through vegetation or water, you would want to control the wind intensity with this slider so the leaves or grass are not going crazy. The direction of the wind is also a very helpful factor to give the project environment a specific look. This is all for the Atmosphere tab. Our third preset is ready as well. See you in the next part, the sky settings.